his siblings killed by an evil spirit, and he vows to take revenge. Our story begins with Hyouma Kunato, a young man who goes through a big change when he sees his older brothers getting hurt by evil spirits. He feels really upset because he couldn't help them, and they saved him by sacrificing themselves. Hyouma gets really angry and promises to make those spirits pay. Now, Hyouma works as a guardian eye, which means he hunts down spirits to protect people. But he's not like the other guardians. He's rough and tough when dealing with the spirits. Hyouma's grandpa, Zhaohe, is a smart old man who tries to help Hyouma understand that not all spirits are mean. He tells Hyouma to be nice and only fight when he really has to. But Hyouma finds it hard to let go of his anger and revenge. To help Hyouma see things in a different way, his grandpa arranges for him to live with a girl who knows a lot about spirits. This girl can talk to spirits and understands them well. Living with her might help Hyouma learn to be kind. As Hyouma starts living with this girl, he's still struggling with his feelings of anger and sadness. But he's also starting to think that maybe it's better to forgive and understand instead of seeking revenge. On the flip side, we see how the spirits, like our young hero, send other spirits back to their world. When he arrived at the residence, he was welcomed by 2 spirits, and later the rest of their group showed up in a scary way. Even though his grandfather had talked to him about them, the boy didn't trust them much from the start. He made it clear he didn't like anything to do with spooky stuff and didn't trust them at all. He decided to just watch them from afar, thinking of them as just monsters. But one of the spirits in the group didn't like the boy's words and started a fight by hitting him. Of course, our young hero, Hyouma, wouldn't stand for that and fought back. The spirit could make swords appear and was good with them. But Hyouma had an even stronger power. He could make a void in space with rings that cut through everything. They seemed evenly matched, but the other spirits said Hyouma wasn't fighting seriously, and they were right. He was holding back his attacks, or else he would have beaten the one with the swords named Nagi. Just when the fight was getting interesting, the spirit's master was about to arrive to stop it. Then, everyone unexpectedly attacked the boy, making him trust them even less. Later, after Hyouma recovered, he met Botan Nagatsuki, the young woman who lives with spirits. She apologized for what happened and invited him to stay in her home as long as he was respectful to everyone. Hyouma explained more about his role as a guardian, telling them that they were just regular humans who got power from the guardian deity of the East. However, when Hyouma shared too much information, he accidentally warned Botan to be careful of the spirits serving them. Botan didn't see the spirits as servants, but more like family. She warned Hyouma that if he couldn't earn the trust of the spirits within 3 days, he'd have to leave. This put Hyouma in a tough spot because he knew failing this task would mean his grandfather kicking him out of the clan. Now, he had to figure out how to get along with the spirits he disliked. Luckily, Nagi, the young swordsman, wasn't as bad as Hyouma thought. He offered Hyouma a chance to earn his trust by joining him on a mission. With few options, Hyouma agreed. On the way, he asked Nagi why a spirit would work to eliminate others like them. Nagi's answer was simple: it was the only way to stay by Botan's side. He said Hyouma wouldn't understand unless he had something really important to fight for. However, Hyouma did have something important: his desire for revenge. When they reached the scene of the mission, they encountered a spirit that could control fabric. They fought it together, and Hyouma showed Nagi that, even though he didn't fully trust him, he could trust his skills. After defeating the spirit, the object it had possessed returned to normal. This revealed that spirits needed to possess objects to appear in the human world. At that moment, Hyouma told Nagi why he hated spirits so much. He explained that a Tsukimagami demon, possessing an umbrella, had killed his siblings a while ago. Since then, his only desire had been to destroy it. Nagi understood and approved of Hyouma's story, but he still needed to gain the acceptance of the other spirits. To earn their acceptance, Hyouma continued to do missions with them. During a routine inspection of a harmless spirit, it got scared when it found out Botan's clan was investigating. It attacked one of them, but Hyouma saved the other companion and stopped the female spirit from hurting her. The spirit admitted she was afraid of being hunted by her own kind, but Hyouma showed mercy and decided not to destroy her. This earned him the approval of 2 other spirits, showing he could give someone a chance instead of seeking revenge. As time passed, Hyouma still had nightmares about his brothers in the cemetery. It seemed they passed down their weapons to him. He managed to get almost all the spirits in the clan to sign in favor of him, except for Yu, who still held a grudge against him. Meanwhile, a group of spirits from the region, who hated the Botan clan for hunting their own kind, accused them of being traitors and planned to attack them. Meanwhile, Hyouma and Yu were on a mission together, but Yu didn't want Hyouma to get involved because he arrived late. To get her signature, Hyouma had to defeat her in a duel. He tried to convince her without fighting, as his grandfather advised, but Yu wasn't holding back and beat him up. Just when they were facing off, the gang from earlier showed up. Hyouma got caught by one of their techniques, so he couldn't help in the fight. Luckily, the rest of the clan arrived to help, but then the gang attacked Hyouma, who was the weakest in the group because he was trapped. The clan tried to stop them, but the gang admitted they had attacked humans before. Hearing this, Hyouma broke free from the technique using his own strength, something even the spirits couldn't do. Then he went on a rampage, easily defeating the spirits in his way. Now that he knew he was dealing with bad guys, he didn't hold back and fought them fiercely. When facing the leader of the villains, he claimed that he was just like them, a monster seeking blood. But before he could finish speaking, Hyouma annihilated him, not just sending him back to his world, but completely destroying him. The leader of Hyouma's clan understood that Hyouma was exactly what they needed in their family for what was to come, and after this confrontation, Hyouma finally secured Yu's approval to stay in the premises for the agreed upon year. On the other hand, one of the conditions for Hyouma's grandfather to receive him was that he would have to marry Botan. Now that they discovered Hyouma was worthy, they planned to reveal this to him. Botan didn't agree with this, but the spirits possessing wedding items wanted someone powerful and reliable in case they were attacked. Hyouma wasn't entirely on board with the idea either, but he coolly said he'd continue to observe before making a decision. He believed protecting Botan was his job as the guardian eye, not necessarily marrying her. His cold words left Botan feeling disappointed. While Botan was on her way to university, she was attacked by a spirit who held resentment towards her clan. Luckily, Hyouma appeared just in time to save her life. Before he could eliminate the spirit, clan members showed up, desperate to protect Botan. In the chaos, even the spectral hunter guardian was attacked. After getting rid of the spirit, Hyouma apologized to Botan for his cold words, explaining he didn't mean to speak that way, and she accepted his apology with a shy smile. But that's where this video ends, and if you haven't watched Stupid Loser Samurai bullied for being weak until he trained by Demon's Hunter, click on the video on the right. And if you find any shortcomings in this cool anime video, please let me know in the comment box, buddy.